You said sorry again. You don't even remember what you did wrong, but somehow you're the one apologizing. Again. You replay the conversation, search for the moment you became the villain in someone else's story. You can't find it because it was never there. Maybe it's a partner who goes cold the second you set a boundary. Maybe it's a boss who praises you in front of the whole team, then freezes you out the moment the door closes. Maybe it's a friend who only calls when they need something and somehow makes you feel guilty for noticing. You're not imagining it. You're not too sensitive. You're being played, slowly, quietly, by someone who knows exactly what they're doing, and by parts of your own mind that make it easy for them. Welcome back to Beneath the Mask, where we go past the surface of human behavior into the machinery underneath. Today, we're stepping into a darker room, the room where influence turns into control, where I love you gets used as a leash, and I'm just being honest gets used as a weapon. By the end of this video, you'll understand the chemistry behind manipulation, the invisible chess game being played against you, and the exact words that break the spell. Let's go beneath the mask. Let me introduce you to someone. We'll call her Mia. Mia has a boss who, in front of the entire team, once called her the best hire we've made in years. She glowed for days. But in private, that same boss barely looks at her. One-word replies, meetings where her ideas get ignored, then repeated by someone else 10 minutes later, and praised. Day 1, she tells herself it's nothing. Day 7, she starts arriving early, staying late, replaying the silence, wondering what she did. Day 15, she catches herself checking her phone every few minutes, waiting for one warm word. Day 22, the boss finally says great work in a hallway, and Mia feels something close to euphoria. Relief so sharp it's almost dizzying. She doesn't realize it yet, but she's not chasing approval anymore. She's chasing a chemical. This is intermittent reinforcement, the slot machine effect. Predictable rewards are boring to the brain. Unpredictable ones are addictive. You don't know when the payout is coming, so you keep pulling the lever. Mia's brain isn't logging her boss as inconsistent. It's logging every rare moment of warmth as a jackpot, and jackpots create a stronger dopamine surge than steady, reliable kindness ever could. This is why people stay in relationships, jobs, even friendships that hurt them more than they help. They're not addicted to the person, they're addicted to the possibility. Layer onto this something called trauma bonding. During conflict or coldness, the body floods with cortisol, the stress hormone. During reconciliation, it floods with dopamine, the reward hormone. That whiplash, stress followed by relief, creates something disturbingly close to substance addiction. Mia isn't just professionally anxious. She's chemically hooked to a pattern her own boss is unconsciously or consciously running like a script. And this is exactly where cognitive dissonance takes root. Part of Mia knows this treatment is wrong. Another part remembers the compliment vividly and clings to it as proof the real boss is kind underneath. Her mind can't hold both truths comfortably, so it edits. It minimizes the harm to protect the hope. That's not weakness, that's ancient wiring meeting a modern exploit. Manipulation is rarely one explosive event. It is a long, quiet game of strategy, and you are not the one holding the pieces. Think of it like a board game where your opponent sacrifices small pawns to win the whole match. It starts unbearably small. Do you want to get pizza or sushi tonight? I'm easy either way. A tiny illusion of choice, harmless on its own, but every small concession is data. It's a micro-test, a low-friction, boundary-testing move, the same way a salesperson tests a small ask before a bigger one. A slight eye roll when you mention seeing a friend. A joke at your expense in front of others, delivered with a smile, so it's just a joke. If you laugh along, apologize, or let it slide, you've just answered a question you didn't know was being asked. How much can I get away with? Ignore it once, and the boundary moves an inch. Ignore it for months, and you'll find your entire life has been renegotiated. Where you go, who you see, what you're allowed to feel upset about, while the big, dramatic blow-up you were bracing for never actually needed to happen. The small moves were the whole strategy. This is what sociologist Evan Stark called coercive control, a liberty crime. Not physical violence, a systematic stripping of autonomy, one pawn at a time, until major life decisions quietly become someone else's to make. Here's what that does to your body. Sudden emotional withdrawal reads as a direct threat to your nervous system. Cortisol spikes, adrenaline spikes. You enter hypervigilant monitoring, constantly scanning their tone, their posture, their silence for clues about what's coming next. You start living in their emotional weather instead of your own life. Then comes strategic isolation, rarely announced, always felt. The friends who used to check in stop hearing from you as often, not because you chose distance, but because keeping the peace started costing every ounce of energy you had. Once there's no outside perspective left, their version of reality becomes the only version available to you. Inside that isolation grows the illusion of control, the belief that if you just love harder, explain better, stay calmer, you can finally make them consistent. It's rarely true, but believing it is often exactly what keeps people staying the longest. Here's the detail almost nobody talks about. Neuroscience shows the brain's craving system and pleasure system are separate. This explains why people miss relationships that made them miserable. You're usually not missing the person, you're missing the anticipatory state, the electric hope that the next text, the next apology might finally be the good one. That hope is the addiction, not the relationship itself. And underneath it all, memory distortion, gaslighting. That never happened. You're remembering it wrong. One instance, you'd catch it. 100 instances over months, and your internal compass starts spinning. Eventually, you stop saying, "they hurt me," and start saying, "I must be the problem." That's the real damage, not the argument, the quiet, permanent edit to your self-worth. The pattern can be seen, and once seen, it loses most of its power. Here are 4 shifts, and the exact words to go with them. Shift 1. Name the mechanism, not just the moment. Instead of asking, "Are they a bad person?" ask, "Is this intermittent reinforcement I'm feeling right now?" Naming it takes away its disguise. You stop chasing a feeling and start recognizing a pattern. Shift 2. Reality check outside the isolation. Coercive control depends on cutting off outside perspective. Say the situation out loud to one trusted person with no stake in it, not for permission, for a mirror. If it sounds reasonable to them, trust that. Your gut was right the whole time. Shift 3. Let craving be information, not instruction. When you feel the ache to reach out and fix it, pause. Ask, am I craving them or the anticipation of things being good again? You don't have to fight the feeling. You just have to stop letting it drive. Shift 4. Deploy the neutral pause. When a passive-aggressive comment lands, designed to make you apologize or fill the silence, don't. Use a neutral, reality-checking script instead. Look at them and say, "I'm not sure what you mean by that. Can you explain?" This forces them to either say the quiet part out loud, which exposes the manipulation, or back down entirely. You're not fighting. You're simply refusing to play the role assigned to you. If a boundary gets tested and you feel that old urge to over-apologize, try this instead. "I hear you, and I'm not going to argue about it right now." No justification, no spiral, just a full stop. The exact opposite of what a manipulator's script is written to produce. Here's the thing about manipulation nobody tells you. It doesn't need a villain twirling a mustache. Most of the time, it's chemistry, small strategic moves, and an old nervous system exploited by someone who learned, consciously or not, exactly which levers to pull, one pawn at a time. Understanding that isn't an excuse for what was done to you. It's your way out of it. Balance isn't becoming cold or guarded or suspicious of everyone who's kind to you. Balance is trusting your own reality again, while staying open enough to still let people in. The mask only works in the dark. You just turned the light on. If this helped you see something more clearly today, subscribe. There's more beneath the mask waiting for you. I'll see you in the next one.